This is MTV News for Tuesday, 13th April 2021. In the headlines, growing concerns for people in neighboring St. Vincent and the Grenadines as La Soufrière continues to erupt. Grenada responds to appeals for more water for the volcano-stricken island. School reopens to full capacity for Trinity school term. And in sports, in the IPL, Mumbai Indians beat Kolkata Knights Riders in Chennai. The details to these and more after the break.
This is your Grenlick, and our story is one of change and development. We understand the importance of electricity in propelling the economy and affording our customers a comfortable life. With investments in modern and efficient technology, our team and processes, we now provide a better customer experience all round. From the Burns Point Power Station, our first home, we have come a long way. But our mission is far from accomplished. We now strive to exceed your expectations. This is our Grenlick, and we are proud to serve you.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
We are taking pride in outstanding performance. We are encouraging and recognizing innovation. We are committed to continuously doing things better, with enhanced services coming soon. Yes, we are here for you. Check us out today for your financial need. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Welcome back to the news. I'm Troy Gill. We begin this evening with an update from St. Vincent, where the La Soufrière volcano continues to erupt, putting more people at risk. Grenadian Sylvan McIntyre, part of the disaster response unit on the island, says the situation is looking grimmer as the hours pass and efforts have increased to evacuate more people to safety. We have the details in this report.
The northern parts of the island of St. Vincent, once lush and green, are now covered with ash from the La Soufrière volcano. No casualties have been officially reported. However, the ongoing eruptions have forced disaster management officials to evacuate more residents from nearby areas. The La Soufrière volcano, which last erupted 42 years ago, began a series of explosive eruptions on April 9, causing water shortages and electricity outages. Sylvan McIntyre, disaster management official on the island, says the volcano continues to erupt with no sign of ceasing.
Eruptions becoming like COVID-19 a new normal in St. Vincent. I'm sure by now people are beginning to, in my opinion, get accustomed to it, because the volcano has been erupting effusively for the last 3 months, and it has gone into an explosive stage within the last week. So what we've seen with the explosions, they are always preceded by tremors and earthquakes at different depths and different magnitudes.
Speaking with GIS, McIntyre says the challenges continue to mount, raising grave concerns.
The persons who would be at risk, most, if not all, have been evacuated. We're getting calls of a few persons who chose not to evacuate are still calling for rescue. It is too dangerous for persons to venture in there, so if they make their way to the coastline, the Coast Guard in some instances will try to evacuate those persons. But the area has been evacuated, so there is no immediate threat of the pyroclastic flow to persons, but there's an immediate threat for the gas pollution and the asphalt within the atmosphere. On this occasion, this morning, there was an explosion. Nothing that is reported in terms of releases of molten effects, but what we've seen and what the scientists have indicated, that there is a huge plume of ash that went also into the atmosphere. The exact height as to which it has gone, I do not have the distance, but we can say it is also significant.
Many residents are being affected by the plumes of ash that have covered houses and the streets.
The doctors have been reporting respiratory problems for some persons who obviously are asthmatic or otherwise have been experiencing more attacks, etc. There has been calls for nebulizers, etc. And that is something that health would be looking into. But generally, people have been advised to wear particular types of masks. Those of us that are expected to move into particular areas have been outfitted with respirators that is expected to withstand gas to a particular level.
Reports are that only essential workers are out at the moment, as residents have been urged to stay indoors. Joseph McKee-Smith, MTV News.
The ash from the volcano is all over, including the water supply in St. Vincent. On Tuesday, the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association said it is donating 340 cases of water to the neighboring island. This donation, according to Chair of the GCNA Board, Leo Cato, comes from the staff, management, farmers, and the Board of Directors of the institution.
To hand over about 340 cases of water that would go to assist our brothers and sisters in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And so, as a people, as an organization, as farmers, as board, and as staff members, we are very happy to be able to donate.
Cato says it would be remiss of them not to provide assistance, especially in these times.
As chair of the board, I am happy that our farmers and our staff could respond to a sister isle that has its own challenges. We have had ours, and they did come to our rescue. And it's only a blessing on our part today to be able to make our own contribution to SBG. When I listened to the Prime Minister last night, he said that water is perhaps one of the most essential elements for them.
As the ash continues to contaminate St. Vincent's water supply, the country remains in dire need of clean water, and many other institutions and neighboring islands continue to make donations. According to Cato, they will be making more donations as time goes by. Other organizations, including the Grenada Union of Teachers and the Rotary Club of Grenada, with the assistance of Glenelg, have also donated water to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Nikita Hosten has more.
Organizations and businesses throughout the country have already stepped in to send water to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The country continues to experience volcanic eruptions for the past couple of days, which are affecting citizens severely, causing power cuts and disrupting water supplies. Different agencies in Grenada are sending water and personal items to those affected in St. Vincent. Tonya Hyacinth and Benedict Peters are representing one of the agencies, the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA.
Water, we know it's definitely the immediate lead. As we understand it, the water system in St. Vincent and the Grenadines has actually collapsed. And understanding how ash works and rainfall and water mixing, we know that this will now turn into concrete.
We got information that a boat will be coming and drop off some persons to use Grenada as to be in Grenada in transit to fly away because of the problems in St. Vincent. And we thought it was a good opportunity to try to get some supplies back up to St. Vincent.
Alfonso Daniel is the president of the Rotary Club, Grenada.
Well, I think it's the first major effort of relief for our brothers and sisters in St. Vincent. We got word, and we're working with NADMA, that the priority now is water. They have food, they have place to sleep, but as you know, well, you may not know, but most of us should realize that St. Vincent, their water sources are what I call surface water, springs and the rivers.
Meanwhile, Earl Maitland, Managing Director of the Grenada Empowerment Movement Incorporated, who is also sending water, is calling on the public to donate as much as they can.
Jem, as the Managing Director, Jem, popularly known for the humanitarian ventures, we will be assisting persons in St. Vincent and persons all over, Vincentians all over, wherever they are. So we're inviting the public to contact us on 458-9092.
The Public Workers Union has also contributed water to the people of St. Vincent.
The Public Workers Union are very, very happy that we were able to get water out in the first relief shipment that left Grenada for St. Vincent. And we have received confirmation by our sister union, the St. Vincent Public Workers Union, that they have received the water that we sent up and that was earmarked for them. As of now, we just want to encourage our members. We know that our members are eager and are standing by. They have been badgering the union. How can we donate? What can we do? And we just want to let you know, members, that we are placing bins, boxes, and barrels in various workplaces. We also want to ask you to assist us with that.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
As the eruptions continue and hundreds of Vincentians flee their homes, the need for essential items, especially water, has significantly increased. Another local company is preparing to send more water to the island while keeping an eye on the effects the eruptions may have on our water supply here in Grenada.
Chief Executive Officer of Montpio says her company is preparing the third shipment of water to the volcano-stricken island of St. Vincent. According to Rolanda McQueen, this situation reminds her of Hurricane Ivan and when the world reached out and embraced Grenada, bringing food, water, and other essential items. Now she says it's Grenada's turn to extend a warm helping hand to those in St. Vincent as they try to deal with the devastating effects of La Soufrière.
So, you know, at the moment, everything is up in the air, but I guess as much within the next week or so, things will quieten down. We will be able to organize properly, and but at the moment what we are doing is just sending water. We have sent water up before for the kids, we send water up for the old people. We're going to be sending water up now for the Coast Guard. But then we also have, when I was sending water to St. Vincent on Sunday, our Coast Guard, I felt really bad because they were working so hard and they didn't have water. So I am going to send water also to the Grenada Coast Guard.
She says currently everything seems to be haywire and there is a need for more hands on deck. She said the situation has created employment opportunities. However, McQueen says the situation in St. Vincent has also raised concerns about the protection and conservation of water here in Grenada.
We are lucky. Our water comes from an aquifer. So even if the ashes was to spread all over Grenada, our water will not be affected. Our water does not see daylight. It comes straight down from the earth, straight into our plant. So we're not worried about that. But we also, I hope we have an emergency stock of water for Grenadian, because we have been told if the ash was to come over, and I heard there was another 2 explosions this morning, you know, it could cause problem to us. But, you know, we are lucky, and as I said, you know, as they say, God is a Grenadian. We will be able to supply the water, and we will be able to supply safe water.
Meanwhile, the National Water and Sewage Authority, NWASA, in a press release indicated that so far there has been no adverse impact detected on the country's raw water quality due to the presence of dust and ash. NWASA further assured the public that it will be increasing its monitoring of all water systems in the coming days and weeks as the country grapples with the effects of the combined presence of ash and dust. For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
Grenadian media worker is standing in solidarity with colleagues in St. Vincent as they deal with the devastating challenges of the volcanic eruptions which began last Friday and has displaced approximately 16,000 Vincentians. Journalist Mikey Hutchinson, in an emotional message to the people of St. Vincent, says help is on the way. Be strong.
One of my colleagues asking if we can send them up, you know, specific items and so on that they need. And in the end of that conversation, the individual said, I've never felt so helpless in my life. And so that statement gives me an idea as to how serious the situation is. And so for the media colleagues out there, we are with you. Just know that Grenada will help. We are trying our best to see what we can get to you. it will get to you in time. Just hold on strong, we are with you.
Students from over 70 schools are back in full capacity for the new Trinity school term. However, some students from over 10 schools remain at home for another week to facilitate ongoing construction and maintenance work at their school. In a recent update on the upcoming CXC exams slated for May to July, the Minister of Education announced that they will be hosting the 2021 CSEC examinations electronically, which is a first for Grenada. During Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing, the minister said that students will be required to sit all subjects electronically with the exception of math and English.
The ministry is very pleased to say that as it relates to the CSEC examination, this year we are going to be doing paper 1 electronically. And the good news is that we are going to be doing far more than we did pre-COVID in that regard, meaning that only math and English will not be done electronically this year. It is a first for Grenada, and this, in my opinion, is commendable, the fact that we are in a crisis. Last year, we were not able to do any of the exams electronically.
She says they were also prepared to have students at the primary school level also sit exams electronically. However, they have opted to defer to 2022 to provide sufficient time for students to improve their navigation skills.
Assessment that has been conducted by the Ministry of Education tells us that we will be ready ahead of the exams, meaning the availability of devices, the students' readiness for use of such. Interestingly, this year we were going to, for the first time, be able to have our primary school students do their exam electronically for the very first time. And we took a policy decision not to proceed, even if we have all the resources available to be able to do that. The decision was taken not to, because we felt that our primary school students needed a lot more practice to use the devices.
She also addressed the issue of tablets that were deemed faulty or had to be returned.
So within the arrangement that we've made and communication with parents, now remember, if you're dealing with, let's say, secondary schools, for example, 10,000 pieces, 10,000 tablets. Now you expect that within that, you probably, if you have 100 pieces, for example, you did extremely well. If out of 10,000 you have 100 pieces with some sort of defect or the other. And so all of that is engaged within the contractual arrangement.
She says there are technical persons assigned to the various schools to address some of the concerns by parents with regards to tablets that need servicing or repair. Still to come, Grenada welcomes a new Solicitor General and Prime Minister maintains his position that COVID-19 vaccine is not mandatory. Stay with us.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
We are taking pride in outstanding performance. We are encouraging and recognizing innovation. We are committed to continuously doing things better, with enhanced services coming soon. Yes, we are here for you. Check us out today for your financial need. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
It's another exciting promotion. Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion, which kicks off from Friday, March 5th and runs till Friday, April 30th. To enter in the Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion, place 4 gold Vitamalt crowns with contact information in an envelope and deposit in Mac redemption boxes and win a staycation at La Luna, $1,000 grocery shopping spree, a tablet, a 55-inch smart TV. You can win $1,000 cash, a year's supply of Vitamalt, a laptop, and a 65-inch smart TV with surround sound. So get your drink on and win in the Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion. Vitamalt, vitalized naturally.
Dreaming of taking a break and escaping to an idyllic, happy place? Well, finding it does not require you to go too far. You already live in paradise. All it takes is for you to go out and discover it. Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique are blessed with a wide variety of accommodation that satisfy any taste and budget. Find the one that suits you and your family and treat yourself while having peace of mind that your health and safety is a priority. Knowing that we have gorgeous waterfalls, stunning beaches, and flavorful cuisine, let's be tourists in our own islands and enjoy paradise at home.
Visit www.puregrenada.com/deals to choose your amazing experience today.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education,
for your financial freedom.
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. Karen Reed Ballantyne has been appointed as the Solicitor General of Grenada, having commenced duties on April 1st, 2021. A release from the Grenada Information Service says Mrs. Reed Ballantyne has over 17 years of experience as an attorney at law since her admission to the bar in 2003 in Trinidad and Tobago. She has also been admitted to practice in the OECS territories of the British Virgin Islands since 2011 and Montserrat since 2012. Mrs. Reed Ballantyne's general practice areas include public law and employment law. She has gained extensive experience in public law, having worked at the Solicitor General's Department, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, at the Attorney General's Chambers in the British Virgin Islands, and as the senior legal advisor for the government of Montserrat. Dia Forrester, who now serves as Attorney General, was appointed solicitor in 2019 to 2020. Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. Keith Mitchell, again says no one will be forced to take the COVID-19 vaccine. However, he is encouraging all to be vaccinated so the country can get back to business as usual.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell says he will not support any law making COVID-19 vaccines mandatory. COVID-19 vaccination is an important tool to help stop the pandemic. A growing body of evidence suggests that fully vaccinated people are less likely to be infected without showing symptoms and potentially less likely to spread the virus that causes COVID-19. The Prime Minister says the decision to take the vaccine is a human responsibility. However, it's our responsibility to make the right decision.
Let's get through this. And the way to get through it, colleagues, we come here to talk road, but to talk virus first. Because we thought virus would mean nothing, you know. But we're talking here about road and mean nothing if we all sick and in trouble. So virus first. So vaccine first. Right? We must vaccinate. No one can force you to take the vaccine. No one. I said before, I will not support any law that compels people to vaccinate. That's my philosophical position. Some countries are doing it. Comes and say if you ain't get vaccine, you can't get this, and you can't. I'm not in that. That's a human responsibility.
However, Dr. Mitchell explained to get back to normalcy, taking the vaccine is the right thing to do.
Protect yourself. But my urge is to vaccinate, because that is the way we can get back to business as usual, where we can get back to our economic activity. The signs are looking good, but we must get the vaccination. So I urge in everyone, and the more people get vaccinated, the more we can move forward and to do other things. So if you want to have a show, the cultural artists, we may have to have a show and say, look, the entrance to the show must be show your vaccination, because that is to protect the patrons, and that is to protect everybody. So it's not about not wanting people to enjoy themselves, because that is a natural part of life. So friends, I wanted to send that message.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
Meanwhile, sociologist and lecturer at TAMCC, Claude Douglas, weighed in on the issue of vaccine hesitancy that continues to be a concern by the Ministry of Health. So far, over 10,000 received their first dose of the vaccine, a far cry from the 60% of the population that the authorities are hoping to vaccinate, and health officials suggest that this may be due to Grenada not having recorded more than one COVID-19 related death. Douglas believes that if there were more COVID-19 related deaths, then people would have been more receptive towards the vaccine.
We have not been impacted, comparatively speaking, as other countries in the Caribbean and even neighboring countries, like St. Vincent and others. We were fortunate to have only one death, so that also could be a factor. We have to look at that there were not many deaths here in Grenada. I personally believe that if we had more, that would have jolted people to take the vaccine.
He is not optimistic that the goal to vaccinate at least 60% of the population will be reached unless government changes its approach of finding a more effective means to convey to the public its importance.
60,000 as a target basically is a very ambitious one for Grenada, given the rate at which people are actually responding to vaccination and what have you. So something has to be done that can be a little more, aggressive in its information sharing, more aggressive basically in its persuasion, and so forth, to get our people to respond.
Meanwhile, it will soon become a requirement in certain sectors, Douglas says.
People have their rights, their individual rights, whether or not to take a vaccine or not. But we will get to the point where the vaccination basically will become a requirement, for employment in certain sectors. For example, the tourism sectors, people who are actually coming from abroad to live as guests in hotels and guest houses, and they basically will want to know that those people who will be interacting with them, will be vaccinated, so that there is a degree of comfort.
Superintendent of Police in charge of the Community Relations Department, Vanny Kerwin, indicated that the weekend has been a very busy one for the RGPF Fire Department with regards to the number of fires that occurred in various parts of the island. Kerwin says 2 dwelling houses and 1 establishment were destroyed by fire, including in Carriacou.
Well, in fact, you did indicate that this weekend was an eventful weekend, eventful indeed. We have had several fires, and we have had some rubbish fires, we have had some bush fires, but 2 of those that jumps out and that are of significant is a house fire we've had at Loreto in St. John's, where a 25 by 20 wooden and concrete structure were completely destroyed by fire. We've also had a fire at Carriacou that destroyed a wooden structure house, and we have had a fire at St. Andrews, where a wooden shop, in St. David's, an Apotut in St. David's, where a wooden shop was also destroyed by fire. So we have had 3 house fires this weekend, and we have had a number of brush and rubbish.
He says investigations continue to determine the cause of the fires. However, he is appealing to homeowners to be mindful of what is on their property that can become a fire hazard.
Investigation is still ongoing. Cause of the fires have not yet been determined. The investigators have been on the scene, and they continue to work the rubbish and continue to work the investigation that, items that they have discovered from the scene to determine the actual source and cause of the fire. We're not there yet, and we're hoping that we'll be able to determine one way or the other what would cause those fires. We have been seeing quite a lot of fires this last couple of days. And so I need to make this clarion call to homeowners and businesses that we need to step up the way we secure our property, our premises, and what kind of hazard, that we leave around our house and our premises.
Still to come, regional news and sports after the break.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom.
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
We promised you, and now it's time to deliver. St. Louis UPVC is finally open for business. Look for the blue building marked St. Louis UPVC number 21 Frequenter Industrial Park. At St. Louis UPVC, we manufacture durable push-up windows, sliding windows, projected windows, and casement windows. You can also purchase sliding doors. Our products are manufactured with up to half-inch impact glass, with 21 different types of glass to choose from. Windows can be customized to your specifications. Free delivery island-wide. Opening hours Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Feel free to call us at 439-6538 for more information.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
It's another exciting promotion. Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion, which kicks off from Friday, March 5th and runs till Friday, April 30th. To enter in the Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion, place 4 gold Vitamalt crowns with contact information in an envelope and deposit in Mac Redemption boxes and win a staycation at La Luna, $1,000 grocery shopping spree, a tablet, a 55-inch smart TV. You can win $1,000 cash, a year's supply of Vitamol, a laptop, and a 65-inch smart TV with surround sound. So get your drink on and win in the Vitamalt Golden Vault promotion. Vitamalt, vitalized naturally.
Ricky's Bobcat and Waste Disposal Services cleans, disinfects, and repairs septic tanks, grease traps, and drains. They also repair pipes and rent portable toilets. Professionals with more than 25 years' experience. So don't hesitate to call them when you have a problem. 443-2809 or 420-5069. They offer 24-hour service. Ricky's Bobcat and Waste Disposal Services. With God, all things are possible. They can move mountains.
The Small Business Development Fund is committed to providing support for your small business in these challenging times. We've upgraded our loan resources to ensure that your small business continues to thrive. Get business loans up to $40,000 with an unsecured limit of $10,000. Small businesses in agriculture, tourism, fisheries, and agro-processing will receive our unbeatable reduced interest rate of 3%. Get financial assistance for your small business today. Contact us at 459-0773 or via email at info.sbdf@gmail.com. The Small Business Development Fund, a program from the Government of Grenada supporting small business development.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
The safety and security of your information is always important to us. Ariza now offers chip cards, also known as EMV cards, which provide enhanced security for your purchases and are globally accepted. The new Ariza Credit Union Visa International Debit Card continues to have the traditional magnetic stripe with the additional security feature of a chip and can now be used at both chip and traditional magnetic stripe terminals. For your added protection, always keep your PIN private and store your chip card safely in a RFID pouch. Visit arizacu.com to learn more on how to protect your account information. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
It's now time for the regional roundup.
Good evening with the Regional Roundup. I am Joseph McKee-Smith. Deputy Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Montgomery Daniel, said the agriculture sector is non-existent on the eastern side of the La Soufrière volcano, which erupted last Friday. Daniel visited the area on Sunday and reported to Prime Minister Dr. Rav Gonzalez during a talk show on the state-owned NBC radio on Monday that the devastation reminded him of when Hurricane Thomas brushed SVG 5 years ago. The primary forest area close to the La Soufrière volcano is all gone, he said. The farms are basically gone. The tree crops have been denuded. It is only the stems that are standing in some cases. Breadfruit, coconuts, mangoes, soursop, all of these tree crops are basically gone. Things such as plantains and bananas, all of those are gone, Daniel said. The Trinidad and Tobago government says it will be deploying soldiers to St. Vincent and the Grenadines from today as that CARICOM country continues to deal with the explosive eruptions of La Soufrière volcano. In a statement, the Ministry of National Security said they will be deploying 50 officers of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force, the TTDF, to SVG. This contingent of the TTDF will comprise of personnel from engineers, infantry, medical and logistics. The TTDF contingent will be stationed in SVG for 2 weeks in the first instance. The ministry, which has been coordinating Port of Spain's assistance to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, said the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Management, the ODPM, has been coordinating efforts to collect supplies to be transported to the island today and tomorrow. And Haiti's President Jovenel Moïse says he will do everything the law allows to secure the release of 10 people who were kidnapped by a gang on Sunday. All but 3 of those kidnapped are Catholic clergy, among them a French nun and a French priest. They were seized on their way to the installation of a new parish priest. Kidnappings have surged in Haiti, with the Catholic Church describing the situation as a descent into hell. And that's a look at your regional roundup. I am Joseph McKee-Smith.
More news after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
Sports is next.
Holy Natural Spring Water is a water for every occasion on the field of sports, at your workplace. Just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
In every lime, you must have Wester Hall rum. With a limited offer, you can enjoy our most popular mixes. Coca-Cola and number 7 in our 250 ml bottles for only $12. And Schweppes Ginger Ale and number 3 in our 250 ml bottles for only $10. Enjoy the perfect mix. Available at participating shops island-wide. What's your number? Drink responsibly.
Good morning, Grand Lake Meter Reader.
Morning, Mr. Meterman. I'm glad I caught you. Last month, I got a very high bill and I don't understand why.
Last month, we were not able to access your meter, so we had to estimate the bill. This will happen if we don't get an actual reading.
So what can I do to ensure that my meter is easily accessible?
Well, you can get your licensed electrician to move your meter outside of the gate or directly in front of the house. That way, I'll have easy access and I won't have to deal with your dog.
Ah, Butch.
Yes, dogs can be a problem sometimes. On one occasion, I was attacked by a dog, and police had to get involved. Customers who don't want to cage or tie their dogs should really move their meter and make it easily accessible.
Well, I'll consider that.
Thank you.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Coming up in sports, defending champions Mumbai Indians earned their first win of the new Indian Premier League season. Stay with us.
Caribe Tropical Hard Cider, made from apples and champagne yeast, appealing to the very core. Caribe Tropical Hard Cider, gluten-free, available in original and pineapple.
Now we have the sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. Defending champions Mumbai Indians somehow earned their first win of the new Indian Premier League season with a 10-run defeat of Kolkata Knight Riders. Mumbai were bowled out for 152 in Chennai, with Andre Russell taking 5 for 15 in only 2 overs. Kolkata, led by Ian Morgan, were 72-0 in the 9th over. But they were choked by Mumbai spinners Rahul Chahar and Krunal Pandey, and needing 15 of the last over, managed only 4 to end on 142 for 7. New Zealander Trent Bolt held his nerve, having Russell caught and bowled, and then bowling Pat Cummins for the next ball. That came after leg spinner Chahal took the first 4 wickets to fall his figures of 4 for 27. The result continues Mumbai's dominance over Kolkata, with the 5-time champions now having won 22 of 28 completed games. And on Monday, veteran Chris Gayle was good enough for a cameo, but West Indies teammate Nicholas Pooran suffered the indignity of a first ball duck as Punjab Kings withstood a fierce challenge from Rajasthan Royals to eke out a 4-run victory in the Indian Premier League. Asking to chase a mammoth 222 runs came within a whisker of completing the second highest ever run chase in the lucrative tournament, thanks to a magnificent 119 of 63 deliveries from Captain Sanju Samson at the Wankhede Stadium. Former West Indies batsman Ramnare Sawan has been appointed to lead the senior selection panel of the Ghana Cricket Board. His appointment is one of several made at a meeting of the newly elected board on Saturday night. At the meeting, which was the second held since the March 29th election and chaired by President Biswandal Singh, several subcommittees were established for senior selection, junior selection, as well as for cricket development, finance, and public relations. Former national boxer and coach Davis Adams is among those who are attempting to reorganize the Boxing Association of Grenada, BAG. He discussed the plans on Saturday's sports special with sports journalist Michael Bascom. Adams said the real issue at hand is fixing the constitution to have a smooth flow.
Because there was some amendments made to the 2013 constitution. The amendment was to increase the executive time of office from 2 years to 4 years. That was the amendment being made to the 2013 Constitution. Those amendments did not get to the AGM. In essence, they were proposed amendments. Yes? So the proposed amendments were not ratified by the AGM of the Boxing Association, which is the highest decision-making body. The proposals did not get to us. It did not get to members to ratify it so that it can be adopted and forwarded to AIBA. Basically, that is the long and short of the story. Changing of the term of office from 2 years to 4 years. And if you change from 2 years to 4 years, what it said was that to become president, you must be in the past executive for 4 years in order to be nominated for president.
The Springs Sports Club had their Blast Southern Football Series semi-final matches on the weekend. On Saturday, Northerners defeated Honved 5-0 on Sunday Springs. SC defeated Joke Sweaters 2-1. And the first and third place match will take place this Sunday at the Springs playing field. And that has brought us to the end of MTV's Evening Sports. I am Rachel Bain.
That was sports. After the break, we take a look at the public forecast and a recap of the headlines.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
Good evening once again, viewers. I'm with Tuesday night's weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. Sunshine returned to the Eastern Caribbean today as an area of drier air moved into the region once more. Some upper level clouds across the region, indicating the direction of those upper level winds that help keep the volcanic ash away. No major cloudiness, but you do have that slight haze in the Atlantic that will continue for the next 3 or so days. We can see the movement of those upper level clouds as they continue to indicate the direction the upper level winds are flowing in. We do have some small patches in the lower level with some very shallow patches of moisture. Shouldn't really affect the weather significantly in the next 4 or 5 days. Forecast for Tuesday night is for clear and windy conditions. Minimum temperature for around 24. Winds will come in from the southeast between 12 and 22 miles per hour. On Wednesday, sunny and hazy conditions will dominate most of the time. We could see a slight increase in cloudiness coming to the latter part of the afternoon into the early evening. Winds would come in from the southeast still, 12 to 24 miles per hour. Moderate to slightly choppy seas, 5 to 7 foot waves in open waters. Sunrise 5:55, sunset 6:18, max of 33 will feel like 37. The UV index will be extreme tomorrow. The nighttime end 24. Moonrise is at 7:36 in the morning. Moonset 8:29 in the nighttime. Sunny skies in both Port of Spain and Bridgetown with haze and gusty winds there. Partly sunny in Kingston. Sunshine also in Miami. Mostly cloudy in New York. London will be partly cloudy. Sunny conditions would prevail on Thursday and Friday. By Saturday, possibility of a slight increase in cloudiness. No major chance of showers. Any showers at the time will be very brief and light. That's it for me for Tuesday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Join me again on Wednesday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
And now for a recap of the headlines. Growing concerns for people in neighboring St. Vincent and the Grenadines as La Soufrière continues to erupt. Grenada responds to appeals for more water for the volcano-stricken island. School reopens to full capacity for Trinity term. And in sports, in the IPL, Mumbai Indians beat Kolkata Knight Riders in Chennai. Thank you for viewing. I'm Troy Gill. Good night.
For news and information 24/7, visit MTV News GD on Facebook. Have a news tip? Call MTV Newsroom 440-8442. Email mtvnews3@gmail.com. A production of MTV Newsroom, the national newsroom. News you can trust.